Hello, Internet! So nice to see you. One of the most important things that theory can do for you is to help you understand how and why music transmits emotion and how to create specific emotions in your music. Too many guitar players learn theory as a kind of unemotional mathematics, like this is the flowchart of chords, and after the first chord you can put the fifth chord or another chord, or things like over this chord you can play this scale and this mode, and you have this other mode too, and all these kind of things. Well, all this is nice and it can also be useful, but let's face it, guys, music, it's supposed to communicate emotions. Why do we even write and play music if it's not because of the emotion that music gives us and transmits to our audience? So it's important that we do understand our theory in an emotional way, that we understand what kind of emotion we transmit when we play a specific chord or a specific scale. Now, a good way to start understanding this is, for instance, to play a chord and ask yourself, how do you feel? And then write down a few words about this emotion. So, for instance, how do you feel when you hear this? Well, what I found is that when I ask people how do they feel when they hear chords like this, most of them answer either, well, I don't know how I feel, or they answer, well, I don't know how to describe the feeling that I have inside me right now. Well, if you do have trouble too coming up with a description on how you feel, and if you do want to learn your theory in a more emotional way, so that theory actually helps you transmit the emotion you want to give rather than being in your way, then look at the following video where I am helping a students like you to understand how chords work in an emotional way. I do suggest you stop the video every now and then and ask yourself the questions that I'm asking to the student before you hear the student's answer or my answers. So here we go.
How to figure out what emotion each chord type is within a key in any context. So not just the standard major and minor chords, but any extended chords like add 9 or the 7th chord, the 9th chord, or even chords you just make up, the non-standard ones.
Great.
They sort of figure out the emotion. So like, I don't know, that's C add 9. Yeah, I mean that's like C add 9, for example.
Okay, I see at 9.
Yeah,
How do you feel?
I have no idea.
Okay, play it again. How do you guys feel? Chill, mellow. Okay,
All right.
that's a good description. Okay, yeah, that's an idea. Okay, I was about to suggest you. Why don't you bring all those guys home, put them a few chords, take notes. That's not really practical. Okay. Or you can make a series of YouTube videos like, I'm playing this, can you guys write me in the comments how you feel? Okay, there's another way. Make a long list of emotions. Random emotion. Take it from the internet, I don't know, whatever, okay? List of emotion, just write a long list of emotion, okay? And then you get your chord and you go first element of the list, okay? Desperate. No, wait. No, it's not desperate. Okay. Depressed. No,
So
it's
depressed.
It's not depressed.
No.
No. Terrorized. It's probably not terrorized. Okay. And you go ahead until you find something that applies. Okay.
Yeah.
If you find 2, 3 words that apply, great. Now take your little book of chords, the Jake Wilmot's book of chords, I'm gonna call it, and write C add 9, not terrorized, okay, chill, mellow, content. Next, okay, get the next chord and go to the list again. Okay?
Okay.
It's as important to know what a chord is not and knowing what a chord is. Okay? To know that this is C add 9, does not express being terrorized, okay, being in a panic, okay, being escaping from a dinosaur running for your life, okay. This is not the C add 9. Great. So when you're gonna write a song about being pursued by a dinosaur, I'm not putting this past you, okay?
Okay.
Okay? You are not going to use the C add 9, and this will make the song probably better.
Okay.
Am I making sense here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say C add 9. Give me some other chords. Okay, is this chord satisfied?
Satisfied.
Yeah. Yes, no, doesn't apply. No.
Don't think
okay.
it applies.
Okay, there are two answers.
Yes or no?
No. There are no and yes. If it's a no.
Yeah.
Okay? This works for many other things in life. Okay? Is satisfied? No. It is scared?
Yeah.
For me, no. For you, yes. Great. I mean,
Anticipation of something, but in an excited sense.
that's exactly how it feels to me too. You are waiting for something that you would like to come. Exactly, you're looking forward to something. That's how it feels to me. And apparently to Aldo. Since both Aldo and I share a nationality, and both Italian, maybe this chord sounds this way to Italians. Maybe it doesn't sound this way to Jake Wilmot, okay? But that's okay. But that's okay.
Okay.
You write down how it feels to you. If this feels scared to you, great. Amazing. Remember, you can always change your mind later. If once you have the Jake Wilmot book on chords, where you have all the chords and all the description of every chord, and use it in a song, and you discover it actually doesn't work in the song, well, you just revise, make a second edition, Jake Wilmot's book of chords, and you just revise how you describe that chord. Okay? Nobody can do this for you, because you are not me, and you are not him, and you are not him, and you are not her, and you are not him, and so on and so forth. Nobody feels music exactly like you feel.
Okay.
Okay? So if I'm giving you my description, it's not going to work. I mean, what if I'm telling you that that chord to me sounds green? It makes no sense to you. Maybe it makes sense to me. Okay? So
Okay.
there's no way that my description will match your description 100%. So you make your description. And then when you write your song, you use your descriptions. And this becomes part of your style.
Okay.
Okay? This also means that no one of us needs to really force trying to be different from anybody else. We don't have to try to be original. You already are, because you don't associate the same words and the same feeling to the exact same chords. There is a lot of overlap. There is, but the details will change. And a lot of details accumulates. And then you're going to write music different from everybody else. This kind of assignment seems like it's going to be endless. You're never going to finish that book. Huh? And so what? I mean, they don't have to finish the book. As long as you have some of those things down, the more you do it, the faster you become at doing, the better you become at doing. At a certain point, you don't even need to write it down. You just know it.
Okay.
Okay? But getting started, and getting started in writing, it's important. I recommend this to everybody. Try to put words close to every chord. Grab every chord you know and just try to put words on it. And again, if you don't, just grab a thesaurus or go on the internet and find a list of emotion and try to see what applies, what is closest, what approximates it best. If you have a friend, compare notes. It's fun. Okay? It's not that one of you is right, that is wrong. It's just fun. Okay? There is a lot of value to be found there, especially for songwriters. Okay? This is not just idle work. It comes back and it pays 100-fold. Okay? And that's how you know how a chord feels.
Okay.
Thank you,
Nice.
Jake. So if you really care about writing emotional songs and connecting with your audience, I totally recommend that you get started on your emotional chord book as soon as possible. And even if you will never go through all the possible chords, even just having a few choice words for a few of the most common chords will totally make the difference in the way you understand music and the way you write music, and it will make it much better. And of course, if you need help in knowing more chords and how chords work and how to use them, I do recommend you check out my course, Complete Chord Mastery. This is not a book, it's a complete video course about chords and harmony on guitar, where we do our theory directly on the fretboard so that you learn how all these things sound directly on your guitar. You learn how to make anything you play sound better, more interesting, and you learn how to play thousands of possible different realizations of the same chord progression so that you can make it sound in many different ways, even if it's the exact same chord progression. If you like this video, smash on that like button, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification button, otherwise YouTube will not tell you when I put up a new video. And if you have any question or comment or feedback, please write them down in the comments, I always read my comments. This is Tommaso Ziglia, musictheoryforguitar.com, and until next time, enjoy.